guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to talk about the worst kind of Ecomi influencers and Ecomi investors there are, right? So this is going to be a very important video because at the moment, of course, we know Ecomi technically from a coin perspective, Ecomi hasn't performed as best as we would liked over the past few months. That's quite clear. But let's be honest here, and there's something important for you, all of you guys, to be understand and be very, very careful about as well, right? Let's go back to January 2021, right? And I would say, obviously we got in super early in this project. I mean, we were in when there was only 13,000 users on the platform. The app was in beta phase, etc. Now, I would say going past March, April, or let's say past March, April, a lot of new people started to jump on board, people making videos, etc. But where are they now? Right, it's very funny to me, right? And you guys can go back and back test this. Look at all the positivity. Look at all the, this is the best project since sliced bread. The fundamentals are here. This project is great. The team is this, that, and the other. Well, really, what you guys will now understand, and you can see this by the people that are still updating, which is only a few, and when they are updating in an unbiased manner. They're still very positive and enthusiastic about the project because the fundamentals haven't changed. But look at the people that are, if they are updating, they're negative all of a sudden, right? So they're super negative, or they've completely disappeared off the map, right? Now, what's important to notice here? Well, number one, it's quite clear that the only reason that people were enthusiastic, and again, this boils down to maybe some of you guys as investors as well, is because you saw this long green candlestick pattern with Ecomi basically just going up and up and up. That's all, and sometimes it's just important to be honest with yourself. In fact, yeah, that was the case. I was in the market, I was looking at coins, Ecomi was doing well, it caught a bit of traction and it was going up and up and up. I bought, I was doing well for a while, and that's really what got me excited about the project. It wasn't to do with fundamentals, because if it was to do with fundamentals, we know that there wasn't any, this project was like on 1 or 2 exchanges at the time. Honestly, right? It all started to go south when the Uniswap listing happened. All right. So it's funny, as the fundamentals improved, the project actually started to decline. As new licenses came on board, that's essentially when the project started to decline. Now, this is completely uncorrelated. I mean, it's just a coincidence that the market started to really make a downturn at this point. But it's just so funny to me that people are talking, trying to be very technical. The Ecomi team are just, haven't, made as much advancements as I would like. Ecomi coin has no utility and all this, all these kind of things. But did they have any of this at the start, right? Were you saying this at the start? Were you making these criticisms at the start? Now, if you were, you're someone which I would call is very consistent, right? You're a consistent person. And in fact, you can't be criticized because you said at the start, okay, this coin at the moment is highly speculative, but I like the project and I think it will do well because of A, B, C, and D. Simple, right? Very simple. But when you're hyping up all your followers, hyping people up, and then all of a sudden when it goes pear-shaped, you're now changing your tone and now, literally, calling out the team, and the team needs to do this, the team needs to do that. I mean, I think is very, very, strange, very, very strange. I mean, if this was any other, let's say this wasn't the cryptocurrency space, and this was, let's say, a stock, for example, and Ecomi was the project, etc. There is no way, stakeholders in that project would act like this, because they would know this is a long-term project, right? How can you make such judgments when, in fact, just, it's clear evidence, it's clear proof that a lot of developments have been made, a lot of new licensing agreements have been made. The project has grown, Ecomi has grown, users has grown, etc. The fact that there is advancements happening, speaks volumes. But to judge a project based on a year worth of performance, or even 2 years worth of performance, is absolutely insane, and it's very, very strange. I think in the future, when people look back on this, and as some of you become more advanced in your approach, etc., you're going to be like, well, wait a second, I can't believe I lost my cool and I literally shot down the project just because it didn't do well within this timeline. It's just very strange. It doesn't make much sense. I think a lot of people need to have a hard look at themselves and just be honest. Like, why are you in a project? Be honest. I'm in the project for A, B, C, and D, and that's why I made the video that I did before this. And when should you actually sell your OMI tokens, right? You've got people saying that they're going to sell all their OMI tokens at a low. What? That doesn't even logically make sense. If that was the case, you should think about it. If that was the case, why didn't you just sell it here at this area here, which was only a few months ago, no, less than a few months ago, maybe at the start of the year or January, Feb, etc. Why didn't you just sell here, right? It doesn't make, but at a low, you're going to look to sell. I mean, this is just very strange. Honestly, these are really the worst type of influencers and investors, because not only do they just say to themselves, okay, look, this didn't work out, I'm going to sell and I'm going to move on, try find the next project that I can make a quick 100x on, within a short period of time and sail off into the sunset, which is obviously their motive and what they would like to do. Instead of doing that, they then try to completely neg out the whole project, spread negativity amongst the community, start to attack the team, start to turn on people that are still, understand the longevity of this project, understand the type of people that are going to jump on this project, mainly institutional players, right? And then start to spread negativity amongst them. It's just very strange, highly, it's just very, very strange, but again, this is what happens when you have people that haven't spent even a year investing. In fact, the crypto market is the first time they started investing, and no, that's not even from 2015 or 16 or 17. This is literally 2021. We have newfound investors that literally want to make a quick buck. When it doesn't go their way, they start throwing their toys out the pram. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, guys, that is my rant over for today. But these really are the worst kind of influences and the worst type of OMI investors. This is a project that we're all going to look back on, and this is the main reason why I make these videos. This is like a diary for me, because I'm sure, guys, that we're going to look back and say, wow, I can't believe it. Oh, could you imagine if I had sold at this point? Could you imagine if I jumped ship here? Could you imagine if I didn't do this? Could you imagine if I listened to that guy? Could I imagine if I, all these different things? We're going to look back on it and you're either going to laugh or you're going to cry, right? And we're not even, and the thing is, we haven't even spoken about the appreciation in our VEVE collectibles. But that's a topic for another day. Guys, be careful. Always make sure to do your own independent research. Never take anything that you see on YouTube as financial advice, right? Always make sure to do your own research. And with that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description, join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all my recent updates, news updates, technical updates, and much more. And remember, guys, as always, seize the day.